Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushkin. Today we're going to talk about building a game. I'm going to run you through the early, the mid, the late stage of the gameplay, how I approach them, how you can possibly interpret that and put it into your gameplay. Before we start, I want to talk about two things. One is... we're very close to 100,000 subs right now. If you can share the videos, give other people the opportunity to possibly enjoy the fruits of the channel. Get down and jiggy with it, if you hear me. That'd be great. It'd be wonderful to get to 100K quicker, sooner rather than later. The other thing is why I'm playing so much TPP right now. I've got a very good mate, Mr. Ouija, who you probably have all seen and heard on streams or watched the gameplay with. We've been playing online together for about 6 years, and... this is the best way for us to get games together against just two other people. And that is to play duo TPP. There's no weights. It's fresh. There's always people involved. There's a lot of good players. So at the moment, we're about top 2% on the Asia server, depending on whether we played enough that day, because it is only about 70 games into the season, although some people have played hundreds of games. God knows where they get the time. Let's start with the whole early game thing. Now, I like to drop hot. We generally will drop where people are going to be. I feel terrible for this guy. He is setting up for a bot. He doesn't realize it's a bot, but the guy that he is third-party peeking down there, if you watch onwards, is a bot. Have all been in this situation before where we've died because we super tactically outthought the bot and then got waxed and rinsed by the only real person on the charts. So we drop hot. We drop George Pole. You get some gunfights. You have some fun. If you don't win, you get to start again very, very quickly. That's your big ticket item, right? So you're going to drop hot. You're going to have a fight. You're going to move on from there. And this is how you kind of stay engaged throughout an entire season's worth of play. Then in the middle of the game, you still go for kills. But what you really want to do is set your kills up by good circle position and rotations. And then late game, you only ever take what is on the table and what's on offer, and you work for the win, okay? Now let's showcase this by talking you through the gameplay as it happens. So, obviously, early game, we've cleared everyone over here, and I'm now getting an angle on these guys. And I've been going back to the red dot a lot for these sprays, even at mid-range to early long range like that, where you're like 100 meters away. I find that I'm so used to using the red dot on all my guns, and I love it so much that I just seem to aim better with it. It works with aim assist and all that, but it's more about... I just feel like the ADS speed is hugely beneficial, and I win more gunfights when I'm running a red dot. Now, this is mid-game. Only 15 left, and it's mid-game for me because I just tooled around in George Pole crates. I want you to watch the position of all this incoming fire. So there's a duo at the squad house there. If we look to the south, there is a flare drop that's just been called in on top of the mountain. There's a car up there, and there's a flare up there, so that's at least 3 people. Then, as I park here, clearly hidden from the guys at the squad house, my car starts taking fire. It could conceivably be the guys up on the mountain. I'm suspicious. I think it's unlikely. But either way, there's possibly 3 squads involved here. Rather than muck around and show you the whole thing for this, but I go a long way out of my way to set this up. I've already got 9 kills. We dropped hot, we ran George Pole. That's the killing section of the game done. Now we want to set up for position in the circle. I know there are at least 3 different squads on that side of the bridge, so I'm going to set myself up in a position where I can gatekeep a choke point and hopefully get some easy kills, eliminate the competition with very, very little risk on my part. So I go a long way around so they do not see the gatekeep. They are not watching my car. And it also lets me check where the circle's going to end up. Because if I go over here and 1, they see where I'm going, and 2, the circle actually pulls back like another 75 meters, then it's not going to be ideal, this position. But this position is absolutely certain. So there we go. Our first duo is coming in over there, just to the east, 120. He cops one on the foot as he jumps. And then we managed to get him again. Now, where's his partner? Obviously, his partner has to be around. Lucky headshot. He was facing my direction there. It was not meant to be a headshot. I was just basically clearing the knock. And you can see the circle pushing in now. Now, there was a squad on the top that got a flare drop. There was these guys. I think this is the guys from the squad house to the east, is it? East of George Pole. Not certain though. Here we go. He's just peeking down. He doesn't have a lot of good options. Like, he must be boosted out the yin-yang. So that's a headshot and a body shot, and he's cleared as well. And now we're going to go and make sure that they weren't the only guys moving in on the circle. So we move in here, and there's a bloke who is running. He's just pulled out his boosts or his med kit. He's getting that off in the blue. He actually let those guys go past him. Very clever by him. Remember the blue Dacia that was smoking over there near George Pole where we wiped that duo before? If you watch carefully, just to the southwest here, directly at the top of your screen, you're going to start seeing that thing come bucking across the bridge. Yes, there we go. Here comes the Dacia, and we just lie down. PMCO ready. Thanks, coach. I feel so bad for this guy. And he has absolutely nothing but bad options left. That's all about circle and positioning. And we've just wiped out 4 guys. They're all real players, and they were absolutely making a good case for the end game there. Now, I know that there's been a lot of gunfights going on just to my northeast. There's a compound down near the bridge. So I pull my car up here and I hear noise. I'm like, wow. Very lucky, really, for me that this guy wasn't more aggressive as I was coming in. He could have axed me, absolutely rinsed me as I was rolling around there in the car. And now he's going to start pushing up. There you go. I think he was expecting someone to have jumped out of the car and gone lying down in the grass, which obviously is not my style. Remember we talked about this is now just about getting through the end game. If I see opportunities, I will take them. I feel pretty confident here. I'm on the circle's edge. My car is in cover. I know what I've got to do to get into that circle if the circle moves away from me. But why meet trouble halfway? We get a nice easy knock on that bloke, and then, you know, I'm going to let them keep fighting down there. I'm going to try and get knocks on them. I'm going to try and do my very best, but I'm not going to push anything down there. There's absolutely no margin of error down there. If I get hit, it's very likely that everyone on the map is going to have a crack at me. What I'm waiting for here is, of course, it would be lovely to get the circle to come to me. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to give it an opportunity. It's going to shift hard to the north as it actually happens. Now, we've been really good with our positioning. We did the hot drop. We rotated really nicely. We gate kept. Now, I'll be honest, it doesn't always happen like that on the gate keep. Quite often, what you'll do is you'll go and gate keep an area that you think will be an exceptionally good space, and lo and behold, no one will come through there. But that was a circumstance where I was fairly certain we were going to get customers just because of all the fire we took going into George Pole crates and the flare that was on the mountain above it. And the fact that to rotate through there on a circle that's shifting hard north, there was only the 2 bridges, and it's unlikely that the guys on top of the hill were going to go running past the guys at the squad house. So I was pretty certain I was going to get a few customers. And we've been hit here, and just going to let the boost take effect, just watching, thinking about life, having a look at the circle, hard shift, very hard shift, right to the edge. So we're going to drive the edge of the circle. We're nearly out of petrol. One of the things I do like about the game at the moment is that they've changed the physics on the vehicles. They'll roll a lot more. I'm letting everyone down there just belt the crap out of each other. I'm going to get right to the edge of the circle. That's far enough for me. Get to a little bit of cover. And then, as always, as is the trademark of my gameplay, I have all the smokes that I can get a hold of. Now, sometimes I'll have double figure smokes. I only had 9 smokes here. We're going to lay out a lovely pathway, and we're just going to work slowly into the circle. The bonus here is that we're coming into the circle where everyone else has already shifted in there and started setting up shop. And that means that they are actually going to be helping us by, if someone really wants to get good shots into this smoke, they're going to be physically showing themselves to the other squad that's in the circle as well. So lovely for me. Well, other squad, I mean like the other person. It's a 2v1v1. 2v1v1 here at the northern end of the Erringal Peninsula. This is amazing. Let's not go full esports, hey? I'd like to get to the right-hand side of this circle. You'll see there's a tree over there. Just below the tree, there is a little bit of a dip down towards the water, and we're not being greedy here. We could take shots. I think about it. I'd love to do it. And I just think, you know what? Let's just get there. And they're spamming smoke, but you can imagine from their perspective, there's like 6 or 7 different smoke fields. Like they wouldn't have a clue as to where all this is going. And we're pretty safe here, like moving in like this. This is a very easy way of doing it. Just keeping an eyeball out there. There's the blue. We've taken our time, and at the same time, we've more speed, less haste, as the saying goes. So this has been a very well-constructed game so far. We've done damage, we've got kills, we've got circle position, and then when the circles tried to screw us, we've moved early and with alacrity, and now it's just 2v1 at the end. And they're just spamming. Now, I am helped tremendously by the fact that one of these guys is running the DBS. Yes, it is not the gun, unless he's right close to me. I'm not helped by the fact that one of them has an M249. All that smoke out there has got these guys convinced that I've come in and I'm snaking in the grass. But I'm not. Obviously, most of the player base would be in the grass snaking around. I am not most of the player base, and I'm not having a go, but you all know that although I was terrible in Season 1, I grew out of those habits pretty quick once FPP came along, and I will not snake to win a game in public. I'm sure if it's a competition and it's a classic match and there's a tournament or something on, I'll snake. Happy days. No worries. And now it's just a gunfight. And you can either win these or you can lose them. And you're going to lose some of them and you're going to win some of them. I don't go for the heal. I figure it's much better off just going for the spray. I don't know why that bloke was running an M16A4. I really don't. It helped me tremendously, though, and we got the win. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you are going to help me get to 100k subs, and I hope you have a great week. Look after yourselves, as always. Stay safe in the battlefield, especially when it's a little bit nutty out there right now, and have a good time. Have a good time for me anyway. Bye for now.